Today is Thursday, Parashat Balak. We're learning from Chok Israel, the Mussar. Before we learn from the text, just by way of introduction, the purpose in life a person should have in mind that really the real purpose in life is to serve Hashem, to do his mitzvot, to learn Torah, to be involved what really is important and what really should get his focus. However, it is a natural thing, it's something that is known, that many times a person's attention and focus gets distracted by things that appeal to him in a way that removes him from the focus he should really be focused on. And the Mussar tells us things that are a reality out there, and to be aware of them and to realize that these things are natural, quote unquote, but to know how to avoid falling in this trap, quote unquote. It says here, Shnei hirurim yesh lo la'adam. There are two thoughts that preoccupy a person, yomam v'layla, day and night. These are thoughts that could be on his mind, that could distract him from the real purpose in life. And what are these? Hirure isha, thoughts of a woman, or women in general. Hirure mamon, and thoughts of money. A person can have these thoughts in mind, and not just that. The Mussar says, ubishvilam, and because of these things, hu noten nafsho, is willing to give his life, sometimes put themselves at risk, just for these two things, to be able to achieve, or for the greed of more and more money, and then for the attraction and also the distraction associated with women. I remember years ago, when we had a visit here, Rabbi Shalom Israel, Alav Shalom, and his family took him to Las Vegas. And after he came back, I said, Rabbi, so what did you see there? He said, it's amazing. There is what to learn from them. I said, what do you mean, Rabbi? He said there was a man that he saw in the evening in front of a gambling machine, and in the morning he saw the same person at the same place. He had spent the whole night in front of the machine, not looking tired, not looking like he just was falling asleep, but focused just with that desire to maybe he's going to make that big winning. And this kept him just there the whole night. And he says, we should learn that from these, that if we sit to learn at night, we should have that kind of focus and that kind of concentration, and to have the energy and the strength to realize how important the Torah is, that we should find ourselves sometimes, possibly the whole night, learning, and for sure not to become impatient with it and that type of thing. So the Mussar here, he says, it's a natural thing. There are two thoughts that are on a person's mind, money and women, that could distract a person, and for those he's even willing to give his life just to achieve what these things attract him for. There are other thoughts that are distractions that can keep a person from his real purpose in life, of learning Torah, fulfilling mitzvot, of doing good. And what are these other things? Hakin'ah, jealousy. Jealousy can make a person do totally irrational things and can engross the thoughts of a person. He can be engrossed in that. So kin'ah, the jealousy, v'asin'ah, and hatred, v'aga'ava, pride or haughtiness, v'ata'ava, desire, lust. These can take over a person and distract him from really what he should be focused on in life. V'ana'ad banim, and pleasure in children. V'gigua banim, and longing for his children. That also is a natural thing that happens in a person that could distract him from other things that he should be preoccupied with. V'nashim, also the longing for his wife. Schok haverim, joking around with friends. A person sometimes can waste away hours and hours just by unimportant, time that should be used in a much more constructive way. V'tiulim, some idle wanderings. V'chidushe dvarim betelim, and also chatting idly about all sorts of the latest news, etc. This could be preoccupying a person and get a person's attention and distract him from what should be the purpose. All these cause a person levatel Torah, to neglect learning of Torah. That's why it says regarding the service and love of Hashem, it says with all your heart, and with all your soul. Of course, there are times when a person needs to take time off for relaxation. There is a person who should get married. A person should earn a living. All of these things are important things also in life. However, a person has to know their proper focus, their proper attention for each one of these things, that they're all there to serve a person to be able to achieve more learning of Torah, more of doing mitzvot, and doing the will of Hashem. A person could be, while he's working out or taking a walk, the purpose would be that he's healthy so that he could do better the mitzvot, that he can learn more Torah. Not as an end unto itself. Traveling, yeah, okay, so from time to time a person can take time off so that he would be refreshed, so that he would come back to learning with more strength, rather than just that as a purpose and an end unto itself. So in general, a person, his whole purpose of life should be to serve Hashem, to learn Torah, to do mitzvot, and everything else around is all to serve that purpose, but not an end to itself. But the Mussar tells us that we should realize that there are these thoughts that can come into a person's mind and preoccupy him, and just to be careful and realize these things could happen, and to refocus onto the right purpose in life. Baruch Adonai le'olam. Amen ve'amen.